With the upcoming release of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I decided it'd be a great idea to prepare for the game by doing what I know best and platinuming every Sonic racing game. I've been on a journey to play every Sonic game of all time, which you can check out on my channel, but I'm taking a break from it to resume my Sonic Platinum series that I started. Damn, it's been a year since the last one. Anyways, we're here at Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and this is actually a game I vaguely remember playing. I definitely played it on the DS as a kid, but only a little. Then, as for the Xbox 360 version, I don't remember whether it was this game or Transformed, but the game had a demo and I would no life just the demo. I even asked my dad to buy me a Microsoft Points card so I could buy the accelerator to unlock all the characters, but like, 10-year-old me was completely unaware that A, I was only playing the demo, so I couldn't use any new characters, and 2, I could have just used those points to buy the game. So yeah, my stupid self is the reason why I never really experienced this game. But you know what isn't stupid? Liking this video and subscribing to the channel. We're right on the cusp of 10,000 subscribers, and for the very low price of free, you can help this idiot continue to make these videos for you. All you have to do is click that thumbs up button, hit that larger button with the word subscribe on it, and leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite Sonic game and song is. Without further ado, let's touch some buttons. Editor, throw in a smooth transition. As I opened up the game, I got my very first trophy, Rolling Start, for completing this game's tutorial test drive and getting a nice feel for what will consume my life for the next 4 days. We head on over to the Grand Prix mode to begin the first phase of this plat. There are 4 trophies I'm looking for here, but since it's the beginning, we're bound to get a few extra along the way. I got Gaining Ground for getting a turbo boost start by hitting the gas as soon as the 3 is about to disappear with Sonic, Up and Down for taking out a racer with an item, Super Hang On for winning the race while being in first for every lap, Now There Are No Limits for winning my first Grand Prix, and Wheels of Fire for performing the turbo boost start 3 times in a row. In this game, you earn Sega miles after every race. You can then use these miles to purchase one of 3 things from the store: characters, courses, and music. Eventually, I have to collect them all and use them for more trophies. But for now, I got True Blue for reaching 50,000 Sega miles and getting the blue license plate, and Lucky Dime for purchasing any item. Back to the Grand Prix, I got Sega World for completing a race on each course in Grand Prix, and I should have got Welcome to the Next Level for winning every race within a Grand Prix Cup, but during the final cup, I was leading the entire race, and at the very end, this happened. What happened? What happened? This wouldn't have happened to me if I wasn't stubborn and just played on beginner, but I decided to completely skip over it and head straight to advanced. I played through a cup on beginner and got it done, earning me Welcome to the Next Level. I still wasn't done yet. I still needed to be this good takes ages for winning every Grand Prix Cup, something I also could have gotten faster if I had just played on beginner to begin with. But on my road there, I got Power Drift for performing a 15-second drift and Turbo for performing 20 turbo boosts in a single lap. In this game, each character has a special all-star move they can use to get back in the race when they're in an unfavorable position. Of course, Sonic's all-star move is Super Sonic, and I got Sonic Unleashed, best Sonic game of all time by the way, for using Super Sonic to take out Dr. Eggman, and Road Rampage for taking out 3 opponents with 1 all-star move. After this, I finally got to be this good takes ages, and Amber de Amigo for obtaining my Amber Sega license for accumulating 100,000 Sega miles. We now head to the next phase. Phase 2 has us tackling this game's mission mode. There are many different types of missions, with the main ones consisting of racing, battling, collecting, and driving through hoops. In total, there are 64 missions, and in order to complete this phase for top of the class, I have to get the highest rank, which is AAA, on every single mission. For the most part, the missions are incredibly easy and straightforward. However, there are 5 missions worth talking about here. During these missions, I managed to acquire Mega Driver for scoring AAA on any mission, Giant Egg for using Billy the Hatcher's all-star move to squash crows, Red Out for earning my Red Sega license for accumulating 150,000 Sega miles, Enduro Racer for playing 100 events in the game, Triple Trouble for performing 3 tricks in 1 jump while sticking the landing, Top Skater for performing 3 tricks in 1 jump with Beat on Tokyo To Shibuya Downtown, and Virtual Bronze for earning my Bronze Sega license for accumulating 300,000 Sega miles. Mission 14 was the first of the bunch to give me trouble. Mission 14 has us doing a rival race as Tails where we have to beat Sonic by a good margin on Casino Park Roulette Road to get AAA. The toughest part here are the turns on this track. If you try to drift around it normally, you'll end up crashing into the wall or bouncing off the springs, giving Sonic more than enough time to catch up. Instead, you want to start your drift but let go of the gas as you're making the sharp turn so you don't crash into the wall. Then once you're positioned well, drive again while letting go of drift so you can get the drift boost, allowing you to maintain your speed, getting the job done. Mission 42 was the next rough one. It's a mission where you have to optimally drive through time hoops, but this one is only bad if you had to figure it out for yourself. Luckily, there are guides online. The trophy guide I was using provided a video by Skytrax showing the optimal route here. Once I analyzed it with my Sharingan, it was only a matter of executing the proper lines, something anybody could do by this point of the game since you'd have played enough to get decent at it. Mission 47 is absolutely the hardest mission. It's another rival race against Sonic, but this time, you play as Shadow, which in my opinion is the best racer in the game, so that helps out a lot here. In order to gain a wide enough gap on Sonic, you basically have to race this lap flawlessly. You have to boost anytime you can using drifts or wheelies, you have to take this shortcut here, and at the final turn, you have to execute it perfectly, because that final turn is what gives Sonic enough time to catch up, bumping the score down to AA. You'll be restarting this one quite a few times, but once you memorize the track layout and get the lines down, you will succeed. Mission 59 is once again another rival race, but this one has you playing as Amigo taking down II. The downside to this mission is that you have to complete a lap of the hardest track of the game, being Pirate's Ocean Monkey Target, but the upside here is that unlike the last mission, you're allowed to use items, which is very key here. Getting a wide lead on II isn't hard, but the final section of this track involves extremely hard and precise turns. What you want to do here is constantly attack II by throwing back items at him, but make sure you have one at the final turn so you can back him here and secure a wide enough lead. Lastly, we have Mission 64. The final one. I definitely lied when I said 47 was the hardest mission. This one easily takes the cake for me. Dude, the name of the mission was called Finale. I was totally expecting a breeze through mission destroying stuff with Supersonic, but instead I get a stupid beat 'em up mission where in order to get AAA, I had to beat this clanker without taking a single hit. Also, you have to execute most of your hits perfectly or else you won't deal enough damage. There are triple gloves at each corner of the stage, as well as one in the middle of the main battleground. After succeeding on those, you can use the single gloves on the corners of the main battleground to finish him off. But good luck avoiding a hit, because this clanker is huge. Anyways, I somehow managed to do it at 6:20 in the morning and got crazy boxed for passing every mission and top of the class for scoring AAA on every mission, finally meaning I could go to sleep for the night. Or morning in this case. Just so y'all know I'm not lying, look at the time I got the first mission trophy, 12:31 AM on July 25th, and look when I got the final mission trophy, 6:23 AM on July 25th. Don't ever think for a second that I don't grind for y'all. Just look at the date this video is posted on. I'm aiming for July 29th, so if it's anything but that, just pretend like it is. Okay. On to Phase 3. Phase 3 is the final stage, where it's just about time trial missions as well as cleanup stuff. I still needed to earn enough Sega miles to buy all the courses, so I took this time to take care of other miscellaneous trophies, like Project Rub for completing a race without collisions, Feel the Magic for using Amy's all-star move to hit Sonic with her hammer, cause that'll make him fall in love, Afterburner for taking out 3 opponents with 1 triple weapon, Working Man for using Ryo's all-star move to take out Jackie and Akira, Last Survivor for finishing the first lap in last place, still going on to win the race, the Chariot for using Zobio and Zobiko to destroy 100 Kyrian Mansion zombies, and Streets of Rage for ramming an opponent off the course without using a weapon or a power-up. But this one confused me because I sure as heck don't remember doing that. When the trophy popped up, I was in the middle of the Choo Choo's all-star move trying to kill Big the Cat, so I have no idea how that happened. Speaking of Big the Cat, I got Cat Mania for using Choo Choo's all-star move to devour Big the Cat. On to some time trial stuff. In order to complete this set, you have to defeat every staff ghost on each course. Now supposedly this trophy is buggy, so the guide recommends you to use the same character to beat each ghost. These staff ghosts aren't hard at all either. Just drift boost when you can and you'll run laps around them. I got Time Stalker for setting a PB on any time trial, and Shadow Dancing for defeating a staff ghost on any time trial. I still didn't have enough Sega miles to buy all the courses, so I shifted back to more miscellaneous trophies and got Classic Collection for winning a race as each character, Wonder Boy by crossing the finish line in reverse, which was very tricky to do. I had to change the settings to disable catch-up, which I had no clue was a thing until now, which explains why I struggled in the Grand Prix earlier, and up the lap count to 5 to ensure I get a big enough lead to do so. I then got High Roller for purchasing every item from the shop, Fighter's Mega Mix for taking out an opponent with each character's all-star move. Do note, and shout out to the Yuri G for specifying, that for Amigo's move, you have to be in the same lap as the other races for it to count, and for Shadow, you have to use the X ability directly on an opponent for his to count. Some people also said they didn't get Opa Opas to count until they did all 3 of his moves, but I only did 1 and it counted for me. I got Altered Beast for winning a race using an All-Star move, and Captain Silver for earning my Silver Sega license for accumulating 500,000 Sega miles. Rounding out the time trial stuff, I got Clockwork for setting a PB on every time trial course, and lastly, Ghostmaster for defeating a staff ghost on every course. 6 trophies left, and 4 of these were the ones I was dreading the most. In order to get the trophies on your screen, you have to race online against another player. However, considering that this game came out 15 years ago, the online of this game is a deserted wasteland. Now, of course, the next logical step would be to find someone who can help, but I never have any luck on forums, so that was out of the question for me. And I also don't have many friends, so that also doesn't work for me. So what was my solution? Yeah. Luckily, I already had another PS3, but I had to go to my local game store to pick up not only a copy of this game, but another copy of Transformed since I know there's going to be some trophies there, and another controller since I only had the one. With this, I managed to get Outrunner for lapping myself in a race online, Racing Hero for beating myself in a race online, Dream Arena for playing with my good old friend, myself, online, and Death Adder for beating myself with 100 items, online. The last thing I really needed to do was race to every piece of music. Honestly, you don't necessarily have to race to the music. You just have to load up a race, pick a song, and then quit out and rinse and repeat with each song. But at this stage, I needed all the Sega miles I could get, so I just raced them all anyways and got Magical Sound Shower for racing to each song. Lastly, the final trophy I need for Platinum Perfection is Golden Axe for earning my Gold Sega license by accumulating 750,000 Sega miles. This one was frustrating. By the time I had finished getting every other trophy, I was only at like 560,000, meaning I had to mindlessly race over and over and over again until I got there. I was not having that. So instead, I taped my R2 button down, went to Casino Park Roulette Road for 9 laps, and let the game do its thing. Sadly, this was taking too long and I really wanted it done. I only got around 5,000 miles per race, which took around 12 to 13 minutes to do. Not efficient. I really wanted to get this done. So instead, I went to the shortest track in the game, Seaside Hill Whale Lagoon, set the laps to 1, and raced my heart out, over and over and over again, accumulating 2,000 miles every minute, meaning instead of getting 5,000 miles every 12 minutes, I was getting 24,000 every 12 minutes. Eventually, I finally got it done, meaning Golden Axe was mine, as well as Ultimate Collection for earning every trophy in the game. This game was a fun one. It was a bit on the easier side, but there were definitely some moments that made me want to rip my hair out. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you in the next race.